Hey, it's the Scotch Test Dummies coming at you with Kilchoman Loch Gorm.
Boom, and some Kendal and Hyde leather.
You got a lot of leather on.
A lot of leather. You could
Let's test it.
whip me. Test it. All right, Bruno, we're in. First of all, I got a couple belts here. These belts are
First of all, you said we're in.
We're in.
We shot a video and I said we're in like Flint. So it's in like Flynn.
Really?
Is it?
It's in like Flynn? I think it is in like Flint.
It is in like
Not
Flint.
Flint.
Yeah, when I was editing it, I said in like Flint, but I think it's in like Flynn.
Like Errol Flynn?
I think so.
All right, I'm with you. All right, what I've got here are a couple Kendal and Hyde belts and a Kendal and Hyde jacket.
Now you're not being paid. I don't have any of this stuff. You're not being paid to push this stuff. You bought this stuff and you like it.
It's so good, I'm telling you about it.
Now, what brought this up though was Bart bought a belt on Kickstarter from Kendal and Hyde. Kendal and Hyde.
H-Y-D, yeah.
And he goes, "This belt I can leave to my son."
Yes.
And I go, "Why do you want to leave your belt to your son?"
Yeah, so you're dead, hopefully
Okay.
30 years from now, 40 years from now,
And
and you give your belt
You get a belt
to your
from dad.
boys. Yeah, that's your gift.
So that brings up this. You now have a coat as well, which I admit I like.
Oh, God.
That is a nice coat.
Calf skin, $400. Just a beautiful coat.
$400.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and this is calf skin leather. I had to get the extra large. It is unbelievable. Now
You
they
had
have
to get the extra large. No way.
Yeah, I know.
I figured.
Well, I measured and it was
Because he's
kinda-
tall, not because he's.
My problem was the shoulders actually, and to this day, it's going to give a little bit. It's a little tight in my elbow and my shoulder, but as it's leather, it's going to give. But it's supposed to fit a little bit tight. But back to the belts, everything's riveted. Everything is like harness, leather thick. He sources his leather. He's like a leather nerd. Kendal and Hyde. I don't know. I think he's Kendal. I talked to him briefly on the internet. You got a 2-hole and a single hole.
Maybe it was the janitor.
Could have been the janitor again. But the idea is that, actually their catchphrase, which is kind of funny, is it'll last a lifetime, 2 if you count the cow. But it's built so that nothing fails. One of the things that'll fail on a belt, I've had this happen to me, I had a favorite belt, and the stitching on it actually failed. And then the belt was useless because the buckle came off. Well, this is all riveted. Everything's riveted, and it's just phenomenal. So if you get a chance, check out Kendal and Hyde, check out Kickstarter. They've come out with some satchels. I actually just ordered a duffel. The jacket was the most expensive thing I think I've ever bought on Kickstarter, and I was a little bit like, spend a lot of money, but you can't get a jacket like this for $400. You just can't. And his quality is so good, I trusted him sight unseen.
You gotta start wrapping it up.
Sorry, we'll go to the Kilchoman. You
So
did
you like
reference this.
Kendal and
I love Kendal and Hyde. Go check it out.
I told Bart when he said you want to start talking, I said I can see you really veering down
I'll
the
get
path
lost.
and going and get
Do
lost.
me a favor, if you get a chance, put a link to their webpage in the comments. Could you do that for me?
Okay,
I know
I should
you're
be able
editing
to.
this one. All right.
Webpage, not Kickstarter. Kickstarter's done.
Kickstarter's
So,
done.
webpage.
They've fulfilled on both the jacket. They're always doing satchels and bags and stuff, even some shoes. But let's talk about the Scotch.
Now, let me point this out. This is another bottle of mine that I left with Bart, and it seems to be half gone.
I did not drink that much. I think you were drinking it straight out of the bottle.
I had a couple before I gave it to you, but
I did not drink that much of this one. Actually.
Damn.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not as big a fan as the sherry. This one I didn't drain down.
I figured you'd like this one.
I did enjoy it. You know, I'm not against the sherry, but boy, if you give me something with the smoky, I'm all over.
Bart is definitely a bigger fan of peat than I am.
Bingo.
It's growing on me. I'm getting more used to it. I love sherry cask stuff.
Yeah.
So this is an Isla. Also been in a sherry cask, so we should get peat and a little bit of the sherry as well. Which we've also recently done the Ardbeg Ugadale, which is the same line.
Right.
And it's an Isla, and it's been in a sherry cask. So
Although it's an Ardbeg.
yeah.
Yeah. So, and straight from the nose, I mean, I can let you go first.
Now I do say I do know it's Kilchoman. It looks like Kilchoman. It's Kilchoman. The CH is silent.
Credit to you, because when we were getting ready to roll, I was mispronouncing. I get a little iodine and a little caramel cream on the nose.
See, I've got to figure out what iodine is. I don't know what iodine smells like, and I've seen that in professional notes, or not professional, but reviewer notes as well.
Go get you a little. Don't you have iodine at home?
A
little dauber that goes in and it kind of stains in like a brownish thing.
I'll have to see.
Yeah.
Like it's an antiseptic?
Basically. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Basically,
I'll have to look and see.
All right.
I get a sweet peat, which at first when I looked at my notes, I thought I had sweet pear. And I was like, sweet pear? That's not it. And I looked again at sweet peat.
Sweet peat. I love the way I wish my name was Pete.
I get a little bit of mint on the nose and pepper.
Oh, you're diving deep.
Yeah.
I do get the pepper.
But the thing is, again, and I have a hard time, even though with the ones we've done that have the sherry with the peat, I still have a hard time distinguishing the sherry in there. And I'm not getting the sherry on the nose.
Yeah, I don't get the sherry on the nose. It definitely is just the iodine and the caramel cream.
I think it blends in there with the peat, and I can tell that something else is in there. I just can't tell what, because the peat is masking it. Where are we at alcohol-wise on this? We are at 46%.
Ooh. Wow, on the taste? I get a burnt, ashy wood. Like the ash when a fire is out and you're just pouring some water on it in order to make sure that the coals aren't hot. Dry mouth feel. What I got on here? I put down a sour cling to the cheek.
Little bit. There is a little bit something that's sour. I just took a very little sip, and the mouth feel to it, very velvety almost. The way it moved through my mouth. There's a grassiness that's in there. You get the peat, and again, the taste with this I haven't had before. This peat with this sherry, there's something different to it, and I can't tell you what it is. But I don't think I can say I haven't had this before. This taste.
Okay, in my notes, and I am getting it here again. I'm still getting the iodine. A floral perfume. I have wet wood and wet clay, and I do get the wet clay. Kind of like when you're working with clay, you're molding clay.
I say dirt. Now that you said clay, I just pictured, or not pictured, but almost tasted a dirt.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way. And also, since you're wearing leather, it's a little bit of leather.
The leather does have a scent to it. I love it. Let's see what the taste.
Again, and I still get just a little bit of clove or a little bit of mint that's in there with it, just a slight. And again, the sherry, I can't say that that the sherry is there, that I can pick up those dark fruits, that plum, that raisin.
Man, yeah, I'm just not picking up the sherry on this. I get still I get the burnt wood. Not as much as that ashy flavor. A little brown sugar underneath. That sweetness that I get now that I had in my nose, and a very dry, astringent, and a little bit of sting in my cheek. But that ashy, wet wood on the very forefront, even when it was neat, is unique. I'm not picking up a strong sherry. I pick up no sherry at all. 87.
I give it an 89. It's good. The peat is growing on me, and this is one that has peat and other stuff in there.
Other stuff. Yeah, that's my problem. Is
it's not just peat.
Yeah, my problem is if I'm going for this peaty flavor, I don't like the ashiness as much as I like as like a campfire smoke. And that's probably what's turning this a little bit lower than my normal peat. Again, pleasurable. I like it. I wouldn't turn it down. But as far as the peats go, I don't know. It seems a little muddled to me. Not bad. Not bad at all. And an 87. Anything else you want to say about the leather? You need a pair of chaps.
It's creaking as if it
It is
tell me
creaking.
it's genuine leather.
It is genuine. He does not make chaps yet, but he makes satchels and he makes duffels. A lot of stuff that looks
So
like.
you inquired about chaps.
I haven't.
How do you know he doesn't make them?
I haven't seen them done on Kickstarter yet. The duffel looks cool. The duffel is a mix between like 1940s luggage, but it's got like zippers and things, both for like a laptop. I don't know. And he really makes things to last. So, and
It's
he's got a
lasted a few
lifetime
months that
guarantee.
you've had it.
It's lasted 6 months. So we know it's good for 6. My biggest
It looks
fear.
good. I like it.
Thank you. My biggest fear is the canine. If the shepherd gets a hold of any of this, this
Yes.
becomes a very expensive chew toy. So I keep them out of dog reach because much like Pulp Fiction and The Watch, I need to hand this down to my boys.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
You know where he carried that watch for 5 years?
Anal cavity.
You didn't have to say it.
Is that dirty? Sorry. That's one of the coolest, weirdest parts of the movie.
It's good.
I just kept waiting to hear, well, I don't know. Solancha.
No, you say scotch it.
Oh, scotch it, dummies. I know, it's Scotch Gods. I'm trying to, should I stick with the standard?
Yeah.
Scotch it, you Scotch Gods.
Solancha. Dummies.
Dummies.
Why are you changing it up? Why would you change it? You were just
I was-
telling me the other
I was
day.
out of fucking sync. I wasn't trying to change it. I said it wrong. I just rolled with it, and I immediately
That'll
thought
be
I
good,
fucked
though.
that up.
That'll
Yeah.
be good though.
No, I wasn't trying to change it. I totally
Scotch it,
just,
dummies. I'm like, what is that?
I totally blew it. I was in the middle of the watch story. I realized I was going long, and then I blew the transition. So